and welcome to the Colac Herald Sports Smash, Colac District's highest rating online sports show. My name is Ben Martin. With me, as always, is Alex, Mr. Netball Baird. Alex, welcome.
Thanks, Ben. We've got Colac District Finals starting next weekend, and it was a big weekend for the Tigers as well, so let's get right into it.
That's it. Some very exciting results at the weekend. Starting with the Geelong Football League football, as we usually do, where the Colac Tigers have set up a final round showdown against St Joseph's this weekend, with the top three spot up for grabs after the Tigers win against St Albans. Colac won this one 12-11-83 to 9-12-66. Jake McGuan kicked 3 goals for the Tigers, really just continuing a stellar season, while the Tigers' best players were Mikey Buchanan, Marcus Crook, Joe Dare, Paul Prezani, Jared Garner and Calm Beckett. The best player for the Super Saints was Kirby Burke. Into the Colac District Football League now, where Alvey had lost 5 players to injury ahead of their elimination final against South Colac this weekend. They lost all 5 before half-time, so they're really undermanned, which sort of allowed the Polar Bay to overrun them in the second half, and the Hawks claimed one of their biggest scalps of the season, which they were pretty rapt about despite missing finals. The Hawks won this one 19-13, 127 to 13-8-86. The Swans will assess these injured players during the week ahead of the finals, but you can read more about that in the Colac Herald. At the weekend, Polar Bay's Chris Canavan kicked 5 goals. Their best players were Robbie McDougall, Dean Sheets and Jared White. For the Swans, Adam Arbuthnot, Liam McGuan and Tom McCrickard each kicked 2 goals, and their best were Jared Douglas, Hayden Hickey and Josh Underwater. The next game now, South Colac has defeated Forest 14-9, 93 to 11-9, 75. Bangkok kicked 5 goals for the Roos, and their best was Matt Kenny. Brenton Flynn and Adam Wells kicked 3 goals each for the Lions, and their best was Tim Kent. The next game, Illawarra Biak has capped off its season with a 3-game winning streak after a win against Western Eagles 20-14, 134 to 9-6-60. Darcy McCallum kicked 5 goals for the Bombers, and Lockie Dullard in the middle was their best player for the Eagles. Simon Kavanagh kicked 3 goals, and the young fellow James Beasley was their best player. Simpson has capped off the season with another win to finish top of the ladder after beating Lorne 19-20, 134 to 5-6-36. Nick Harding kicked 6 goals, and Mark Clissock kicked 5 in a best on ground performance, while Emilio Graziani kicked 2 goals for the Dolphins, and their best was John Leon Tiardes. And finally, Birregurra has defeated Otway Districts 15-16, 106 to 5-4-34. Christian Kelly kicked 9 goals to overrun Ben Cox and win the league's leading goal kicker award, while Michael Bolitho was the Saints' best. For the Demons, Dale Ferrari kicked 2 goals, and Jordan Spriggs was their best player in their final game for the year. So this weekend, as I mentioned, Simpson has the week off after finishing on top, while Colac Imperials and Birregurra face off in the qualifying final, and South Colac and Alvey will meet in the elimination final on Sunday. So a lot of exciting games coming up, but I'll now pass over to Alex with the netball.
Yes, thank you, Ben. I'm going to start with the Colac Tigers as well, because they had an impressive 8-goal win against St Albans. The Tigers won 38-30, and co-coach Stacey McCarthy was wrapped with her side's defensive pressure. The likes of Emma Hillman, Brooke Allen, Shelley Scott and Riley Stevens all played great games for the Tigers. While in goals, Gabby Rennett scored a game-high 26 goals, and the Tigers will take plenty of confidence into their last match against Joey's next weekend. Moving over to Colac and District Netball and some really exciting games. Apollo Bay managed to secure a final spot after a scare from Alvey. The Bay trailed for most of the game, but they won 35-28, and that makes them 5th position, and just edged over the Swans. Cass Spears scored 18 goals for the Hawks, while Katie Monahan scored 17. In the goals for Alvey, Georgia Robinson netted 15, while Mercedes Hickey had 13. The best players, though, for the Swans were Dallas Williamson and Sarah Morrissey, while Apollo Bay's best were Laura Taylor, Joy Bolitho and Tiff Holt. Moving to other games, 3rd place Simpson beat 4th place Lorne by 15 goals, winning 45-30. In goals, Jessie Hawkins scored 25 for the Tigers, while Carly Intercourt netted 25 for the Dolphins. Simpson's best was Hayley Power, while Joanna Cross had a best on court game for the Dolphins. Illawarra Biak will miss finals for the first time in 18 years, despite beating the Western Eagles 61-53. The Bombers finished 6th and just needed Apollo Bay to lose, but unfortunately that didn't happen for the Illawarra Biak side. Courtney Garner in goals netted 38 in a best on court performance, while Hayley Fiddler netted 31 in a high scoring match. The Eagles' best was Sarah Anderson, while Claire Mickey had a good game as well. In other games, Otway Districts 36 defeated Birregurra 30. Simone Hickman netted 21 goals and Cassie Spokes had 21 as well for Birregurra, while Lee Denny had a best on-court performance for the Demons, and Molly Buchanan played a good game to finish their season. And in our final match, Forest, just a tough season for them, but they lost 13-97 to South Colac. In goals, Mandy Ackley scored 8, while Nicole Mitchell scored a game-high 34 for the Roos. The Lions' best was Melinda Ballard, while Chelsea Spears had a good game for the Roos. Finals this week, Colac and District, as Ben mentioned before. South Colac play Simpson in a qualifying final, while in the elimination game it's coastal rivals Lorne and Apollo Bay playing on Sunday. So a couple of big games coming up, Ben.
That's it, and that wraps things up for us here on the Sports Mash. Make sure you buy Wednesdays and Fridays Colac Herald to keep up to date with all the finals news heading into finals this weekend. Until then, we'll see you next time on the Sports Mash.
Thank you.